Yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome to me casa, make yourself at home, do your do. Welcome to my pad, this your lab, go create your move.
Appreciate you guys joining us. This is 99 miles per hour with Perci Garner, and have some two special guests, but they're not that important. We're going to do some important things before we get to them. No, I'm joking. But we just want to make sure you guys are following us on. If you got an iPhone device, I'm Team Android, but if you got an iPhone device, go to the Apple iTunes, the podcast there. You can subscribe there. Make sure you leave a 5-star rating, and I'll read it. Maybe if someone did already, hopefully. Oh, well. I'll get to the next show. Also, make sure you, I hate saying this, subscribe and click the bell so you get notified when we put another video up. But yeah, and check out the merch store. That is GetLevelPod/store. They got some nice stuff up there. Josh with the designs. You need to design me something else too, man. You got some skills. Whew. And if I'm out of breath, it's because I just ran to my house to grab something and now I'm back. But anyway, let's get to the reason why we're here. And that is, we have two guests here who everybody probably knows who they are in Tuscarawas County. But in case we are reaching outside of that area, we have two people here who have one has carried the other. No,
Yes.
but two. I'm gonna call you guys. Don't blush or anything. Two real estate geniuses here, and they've done pretty well in the last few years. How old are you guys?
24.
25.
Wow. Okay. So they're doing big things. We have Caleb and Abby Fail. Thanks for coming to the show. I know you guys are a little nervous or something like that, but hey, we'll get through it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. How you guys feeling?
Good.
Good. If anything, you can look at the sweat stains, make you feel a little bit better. Ooh, I'm out of shape. Anyways, so real estate.
Yes.
How you guys, going about it right now? I know you guys are selling all these houses around here, but how does it make you feel? Just getting out there, and it's people's dreams to find their first home, and then and you're leading them there and walking them through every step. And how does that make you guys feel?
Feels really good. It's every transaction is unique, so every time we're doing a new one, you just never know with the client. A lot of great clients. You get a lot of people that are just so new to everything. It's just a lot of education and teaching people stuff that a lot of people think you have to have 20% down to buy a house. And, some programs, you don't even need any money down.
Yeah, we definitely didn't have 20% on
so it's just right off the bat, right there. So you can go from, wow, I'm renting for the next 10 years to, oh, my God, I just bought my first house and I'm 25 years old or I'm 23 years old. And, that's a big deal for people. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, I know it was a big deal for me. I wanted to get this humongous house, but now I'm kind of comfortable with my house. And obviously I would like to buy my dream house, but we might be staying here for
make it yours. You're happy. Yeah. That's all it takes.
Krista loves it. Happy wife, happy life.
That's exactly.
Fun fact.
Sure.
We wanted to see your house.
Oh,
it was on the market, and you snatched it up.
19 years old, and we're both like, man, I don't even know what to do.
We just stomped on your guys' dream.
You did. You crushed us.
We never recovered, so we're like, you know what? We're just gonna rule the real estate empire out here. So.
I like it. I'm glad we created, the fell monster, the two-headed monster.
Come on, man. Come on. I love it.
Speaking of that fell name.
Yes.
So I know your family. I've known Caleb since since the the dookie was in your diaper. Usually I'll say car seat, but
Yeah, it's accurate, man. It's accurate.
But knowing your family, and I mean,
they're goofballs, man. I'll speak for them.
But you guys know how to sell. It's not just you.
Yeah. Come from a family of salespeople. Dad's been doing it for 35 years. Mom's been doing it for 20. So it's
crazy. Jonathan's doing it, right?
Jonathan's in
What about Elijah?
sales.
Elijah ain't selling.
Elijah's going to get into it eventually.
He sells pizza.
He's delivering pies right now.
Okay.
He's taking after the guy right here. So you think you can't make it? I delivered pizza for almost 2 years. And
that's what's up. Who would you deliver for?
Well, Domino's Pizza is where I was at for a year and 7 months. And, it was good work. I was in there. I was finishing up real estate school and got the free pizza all the time. Gained a few pounds and, it's
just
okay.
had pizza last night. It's amazing.
So good, man. So good.
So you both have your license, right?
Yes.
I guess, what made you say you probably saw Caleb struggling with paperwork and stuff. You're like, all right, dude, like
He's a mess.
It's the organization here, Abby. Come on.
you need
Come
some
on.
help. Let me just come on and join the
Yeah.
team. Did he tug at you to
Yes.
come join, or were you
For
reluctant?
like 2 years. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like right when he started, he
Yeah.
was like, "You should just do it with me." No.
I just wanted my own little
No.
personal assistant.
Yeah.
And she does so well with paperwork, and I know she's super
Yeah.
organized. And I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, and yeah, I mean, as just a guy, I know that if she's able to take over something that I'm not as good at, I'm going to be able to do better at what I'm good at, and that's go sell houses. And I always give her a hard time. I'm like, there's no paperwork without the house sale.
It's true. It's so true.
I always give her a hard time, but no, she kills it. I would never be able to do anything I do without her. So she's a huge. Honestly, I give her more than my part of the job. I mean, if you don't have the paperwork done or the dates met, there's no deal. So
It's the same way in my job too.
Oh, it's
yeah.
nuts,
And
man.
Steve's always yelling at us, get in
Yeah.
your paperwork.
Yeah.
And we just had someone retire who we like to compare to the Monsters Inc. lady.
Turn in your paper away.
and my
gotta
fellow,
have them, man.
my fellow coworker Brian Henner always gave her crap for that. But,
yeah, that's hilarious.
but it is. We just switched over to DocuSign.
Oh, it's so,
So that's
clutch.
making things a
So
lot
much
easier,
easier.
especially
So
when
nice.
you have someone like me. And I'm organized in my own right, but when
Yeah.
it comes to making sure I have the right stack of
Yes.
documents
Yeah.
to have someone sign, that's not always the best.
Yeah.
And then I have that stack, send it to the customer, they sign. I'm like, yes. I
Yeah.
give it to order process, and they're like,
Yeah.
no,
That's not
you need
right.
this sheet, you need
Right.
this. They sign here, they
Yep.
need this, and I'm like, then you got to go back to the customer and go,
Oh.
hey,
Sorry.
can you sign this again?
And it's a headache sometimes. Yeah,
it's bad.
It
but,
is. Yeah,
But I'm learning, and now we have someone that probably is just as good as Abby. She's always on it. She's like, hey, you know what? Send me your paperwork before we get it out there,
Mm-hmm.
I'll
and
get
we'll
it
make
done.
sure it's right.
That's
yes,
cool. That's cool. Hey, man, that's clutch.
Good.
yes. But no, like. So, I mean, it must be torture for you, because you were able to escape Caleb Fell, go to work.
Yes, every day.
I'm a lot to handle, man.
No, I give you a hard time, but man, just your family. You guys are
Yeah.
great people.
Oh man, blessed for
They're so
having good
fun.
parents and brothers. So it's cool.
Yeah, I was about to say, Monica, how she have to hold Dave down for.
Oh man, yeah. Dad's just as bad. I mean, we get it from Dad for sure.
Oh yeah.
The
yeah.
outgoingness and all that.
yeah,
so,
The laugh.
yeah. The cursed fell laugh. It's gonna pass down the generation. My daughter, she's probably screwed. But
Oh
we'll see what
man,
happens.
you never
So,
know. You never know.
Yeah.
Both of my kids, got the best of me, and not my face. So.
Hey, come on, man. Come on. Yeah. They're cute kids, though, man.
Oh,
So-
well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate
absolutely.
that. I got a leg up. Krista. She's lucky to have me. But
I love it, man. That's
no,
awesome.
but so where'd you come from, Abby? Before you got into, before he finally was
Yes.
like, just come on, babe, and you were like, all right.
So
You were dealing in financials, right?
Yes, I worked at the bank, the local bank, as a teller, and I thought I would just do the opposite end of what he did and do mortgages. I thought that would be awesome. Horrible.
You didn't like it? You don't like
So
it?
I interned. So I graduated from Kent in 2017. I don't even know when. Oh, it's horrible.
I think it was
Like,
2017.
I can't remember.
you're right.
Like 17 with my finance degree, business
Okay.
management finance.
All right.
And then I did an internship at a mortgage company for about 3 months and hated it.
Really?
It was so bad. Honestly, I remember coming home and thinking, obviously you sell the house, but once you get a contract, then I have to do everything. And I don't get paid enough for what I would do. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And
It's tough.
it was not a good dynamic between the two of us. And he was like, listen, you like paperwork, so just do what I do. I'm like, nope, I can't sell anything.
Yeah.
I'm not a salesperson. I don't want anything to do with it.
That's what everybody says, though. That's what everybody
Yes.
says.
Yeah. And then I took my classes online in 3 weeks, honestly, because he did it. So I knew the lingo and things if
I
he
took it in
hadn't
person,
done it.
so
Yeah.
I was able to kind of say, hey, this is what you need to look
Yeah.
out for. And all
And
that.
I kind of do want to get into how, because a lot of people probably don't understand how it is to
Right.
get your license.
Oh,
but,
yeah, sure. sure.
I don't want to cut Abby off
you're
here.
good.
I wanna
Oh,
keep
yeah.
going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I made it a goal. I think we went on vacation in July that year.
Yeah.
And I made it a goal to be licensed by September because I wanted to be able to sell my grandma's house who had just passed away.
Oh, okay.
And I literally got licensed September 1st. And I remember driving there thinking, I'm such a nerd. I love books. I live for school. And I'm like, I'm going to be the one that fails this stupid test.
man, no,
I didn't.
no.
But
She
yeah,
did.
so September 1st I got licensed and then haven't looked back.
No.
Nice.
Yeah. She's
Nice.
I'm a
she's a
nerd.
winner.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. My dad always said, I don't have common sense, but when it comes like I'm not saying you don't, but when it comes to the book stuff, you know, I can just I just get it and I can consume it. And, but you know, sometimes you might see me, you know, make a bonehead decision, and it was just like common sense stuff. Like, yes, exactly.
That's why we rely on our wives.
Yes. They got to keep us right.
They do, man. They do.
Okay, so licensing, because do you guys know who is it? Grant
Cardone?
No, Grant Cardone. Okay. He's a beast too. But the dude I'm talking about is a super young guy, like you guys.
Okay.
Lives in California, does real estate, and he's a YouTuber. But
Grant. Stevens. Yeah, Grant Stevens. So Grant Stevenson, I think that's what it is. Graham.
We got it.
Yeah. I watch his YouTube videos almost every other day.
Yeah, that's when I was really about to get into real estate.
Ben, I can't think of his last name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But I also, I was into all that stuff, and I'm like, I'm going to do it. But I had already taken my Series 6, my health, auto, property, every type of insurance there is, and I was just like, you know what? I don't know if I want to take another test.
I don't blame you.
But, you know, I might still get into eventually.
Sure.
But how's that process go? Is it like, I know there's probably online classes like you said.
Yes. Yeah.
And a lot of stuff you have to go to this building and they're really weird about their rules.
So
but is that sort of how it was for you? Or
so for me, it was before online classes were really passed in the state of Ohio, because when I got licensed,
you're old as dirt.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it was so
weird.
I was like a year and a half before they started doing online. I was like, of course. It was such a good time. I had to drive every day.
Oh my gosh.
You know, an hour and a half. But yeah, so when I went, you had to go actually in person, and you still can. But now you can actually do it online, and like Abby said, you can knock it out in as little as 3 weeks. And the cost is anywhere between, depending on the program you choose, anywhere between like $1,500 and about $2,500.
Oh, that's not
because
bad.
you can do some pre-licensing courses, and then after you get your license, you have to do a year course after, and that's paid for in some of the programs as well. But yeah, you can take it online, knock it out. They'll send you books and all that, and then just like an online college course would be, you do the same thing on there and kind of do it as you go. You can take 6 months to do it, or you can do it as little as a couple weeks, like Abby.
Like 2.5 weeks.
You know, so it's nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah, absolutely. Study for your test, and you do have to have a broker sponsor you to actually take the test. So you have to have someone, before you take your national and state exam, you have to have a broker actually say, okay, I'm going to take this person on and hire them as an agent. So you have to have that.
Gotcha.
A lot of brokers in this area will take on new agents, though.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
As long as you're not, doing something goofy. You got to have at least a little bit of a background in something.
For
them to bring you on. But
well, so I know we talked about finishing the test and all that, and you said, you didn't think you'd be good at selling, Abby, but I mean, how you like it so far? It's not what you thought it was, right?
No, it's not. Honestly, though, he always says, you're really good at selling. I still don't have good confidence in myself, but when I get in front of people, obviously, they change. But I like working with, like the other day, we helped a single mom, and you can tell when the client, because we pretty much go to all the showings together, at least up until the baby. That's how it's going to be. But we go to all the showings together, and we kind of feel how they're feeding off of us. If they start talking directly to Caleb, I just kind of take a step back. If they start talking to me, he kind of takes a step back.
Gotcha.
But like single moms, obviously, of course, like no offense, guys, like they don't want to take advice from a man because they didn't have a good experience with a man. So I'll run with those. We don't know anything. No, you don't. But like I'll just run with those clients, and he always answers text messages, and people don't know that. But it comes from me, but it's his expertise. So
Gotcha.
And a lot of the time when they're gravitating more towards Abby, it's not to say, wow, they don't like me, I'm Mr. Caleb. You gotta take that right off, because if you want to be successful in sales, especially in this area, which is a very nice area, but we have a lot of old-fashioned traditions around here, which is, I love that, honestly. You have to treat people with respect and just kind of let things fall in line. And if you treat them right, they'll take care of you in the end. So she knows how to do that.
Yeah, I bet like if you, come off as a know-it-all or, talking down to them.
It's bad.
Yeah.
They pick it up real fast.
It's a bad look. And
but you're not that smart anyway, Caleb. So
exactly. My brains, man, I don't know where they're at half the time. They're probably still in the car right now.
Oh, man. I like messing with you, but obviously you guys have done pretty well. I didn't look up all your awards, and I'm terrible because I did that for all the athletes. But
you're good, man. You're good.
We're not athletes.
I know, but what you're doing is impressive. I feel like everybody should know it. Like, one thing I do want to talk about, like the tools you guys use to be successful. Obviously, you're good people. How do you say this?
social media.
Yeah, I was gonna say because usually when you're talking about one person, you're like, hey, you're a good people person.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
you can't say you're a good people.
Yeah.
You guys are both great with people.
Sure. Sure. Absolutely.
And I know that's the strongest point, and
yeah.
like we just hit on respect and all that.
Oh yeah.
Feeds into it the most, but
Yeah.
other tools besides like we can touch on social media,
Yeah.
and just other things that might be behind the scenes that people don't know.
So a lot of the stuff we like to do is we'll do a lot of like the behind the scenes stuff, like with our photos we take and all that we do end up sharing on social media. But
Hold on, I'm obsessed with portrait mode.
oh, it's amazing.
He's
And
so
I
good
love-
at it.
I want to get a real camera because I want the real,
Yes.
our phones do the.
Oh, yeah.
They do a
They're
great
good.
job with the
Oh.
software version, but once you see the real
Oh,
bokeh effect,
it's
and
incredible.
I'm like,
Yeah.
and I learned. I'm like a
Yeah.
nerd now. I'm like, I know all about the aperture.
Oh yeah.
The shutter speed and everything. I'm like, I want to
Yep.
get a nice camera. So
Yeah, you have to
I'm
now.
just waiting on Krista's permission.
I love it. Yeah. It's,
But
it's
we just
incredible.
bought a fence, so my
Yeah,
camera's
that's
probably
priorities.
Priorities.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, keep going on. I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off.
no, you're good. You're good. So with our photos, we like to just kind of stand out and do stuff. Because let's be honest here, we're kind of some of the youngest agents in the county and this area and surrounding areas. So we like to be different and kind of do stuff, the way I would say, not to say older people wouldn't, but to say like the new kind of generation that's
Yeah.
buying homes wants to see things in.
For sure.
So social media, Instagram, Facebook. We're on LinkedIn a little bit, not so much on Twitter because let's be honest, if you're on Twitter, you're not looking for a house. Tweet this house real quick. Retweet and love this tweet real
Yeah,
quick. Like,
no, I would say definitely Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Instagram and Facebook.
Do you use
have been clutch.
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn's good for connections as far as like businesses,
Yeah.
but as far as clientele, if you're on there, you got a million options as realtors, and you don't want
Yeah,
to be.
true,
you
true.
don't want to be in the herd. You want to be the standout, like black sheep, a little bit.
Gotcha.
So. Facebook has a million of them, but you're able to stand out on there a lot more because you're right in front of the people that know you. So
True.
You're on Zillow.
yeah, Zillow's
Zillow, yeah.
huge. We have a lot of ads in Zillow. Abby, if you want to chime in a
you're
little bit, you're good.
You're
I
good.
feel like I'm overpowering Abby. But Dot Loop is what we use. It's kind of like DocuSign a little bit.
Okay.
That saves
Yeah.
us from having to trip back and forth to people.
And it's also official. The thing I learned is because
Yeah.
I was doing stuff with. I love my iPad,
Oh, it's clutch.
and I got it's not the newest one now. Apple came out with a new iPad Pro,
yeah.
but I just started doing signatures, and some
Yeah.
customers that were old fashioned, they were like, "Oh, this is kind of neat."
Yeah.
Once they saw the pen writing on there,
Yeah.
like, "Wow, this feels real." I'm like,
Sure.
"Yeah, it's pretty cool." But once you get to the bigger deals, especially on houses like copiers, there's a lot smaller ones.
Yes. Mhm.
But a bigger deal, the bank they don't accept that.
They want real signatures.
Yes, so you either get the real signature where they can actually fill the pen like on the paper,
Sure.
or you have something official like Dot
Yeah.
Loop, and I've
Yes.
used Dot Loop
Oh,
before.
so nice.
I
Yeah.
think we might have used that on our house.
I
I'm
think
not sure.
you might have with
Probably.
those guys when you bought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
next-
yeah.
Now I say those guys because I'm not giving them a plug.
I like it. I like it. I
I'm
like
freaking
it.
business 24/7.
Yes, I like it.
So-
But yeah, it's. I mean, that's a great tool. It's.
Yeah.
I think where the future's going, and it's super. It's just easy.
Yeah.
And I don't have to nag a customer like, "Hey,
Right.
you haven't
Yeah.
signed this yet,
Yeah.
guys."
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
usually it's different for you guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
People are excited to sign.
They're like,
Oh, yeah.
when can I sign? I'm
Yeah.
like, as soon as I send this document,
Yeah.
Abby, get on it, please. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
Yeah,
for real.
Abby's-
I have it down to a science. I can do a whole contract in
Yeah.
10 minutes or less.
She's
And I'm like,
really
instant.
Yeah. She learned from the master.
I did.
So.
I did. Yeah.
She took my skills and times them by about 10 herself.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
yeah, she's really good at it now. So.
No, I just feel I don't know. I feel some type of way about finally having a female in here, a woman.
Oh,
I feel like I should have done that before, but that's why I was like, Caleb, is Abby coming?
Yeah, hey, it's
He
cool to
was
see.
like,
I'm
he
telling
wants you there more than me, I'm pretty sure.
I said, hey, if you don't show up, the show might be canceled. So I got to have you here. I was giving her a hard time, but
No,
it's cool to see her perspective.
Yeah,
and
it
all
is.
that,
It is.
so.
It is. So now a lot of people they feel like like you said, I'm not good at selling. And, but I would say like on a daily basis when you interact with people. You're not going out there talking about yourself like, hey, but you kind of sell yourself on a daily basis, just how you interact. And I feel like sometimes I'm a little too nice in my arena. It's a little bit different than yours, like you said, but
Sure.
in my arena, sometimes I feel like I'm a little too nice and I'm not that sales guy. I feel like you got to find
It's a fine line.
yeah, where I don't want to get trampled over by everybody.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't want to be like overbearing, like
Buy this from me
You
now.
don't buy this
Yeah.
now.
yeah.
exactly.
So it's
And then
it's
you
a
don't really
struggle I'm
brag
having.
about yourself, but you're like, hey, I'm a successful businessman. I'll take care of you. But then
Yes.
like some people are like, wow, really? You're going to talk about yourself the whole
Yeah.
time? And it's just like,
Yeah.
you need to know that I'm going to take care of you.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And I just did something for a customer that
Yeah.
it better lead to another contract
Sure.
extension because I woke up early in the morning to bring them toner for their machine.
Wow.
Saturday, 5 in the morning. Well, I woke up at 4:30
Yeah. That's
in the morning to go drive to North Canton, get some toner, and
Yeah.
bring it back down here to get to a
Wow.
customer. So
It's going the extra mile for
It
your client.
is.
yes,
That'll pay
extra
off.
40, 80 miles.
Yeah. I love it. That's
It better
That's
pay off. No.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
But
man.
that's the stuff you got to do, and you
Have
guys
to.
probably do that a lot. I mean, there's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you said with the education piece. I
Yeah.
mean, I know when I was buying my house, I didn't know anything. Now I feel like I know a little bit, but obviously I would
Yes.
still go, "Hey, Caleb, Abby,
What does this
what
mean?
is
yeah,
this?"
explain
Yeah.
this to
And
me,
we already
right?
went through this, and
Yeah.
obviously our dreams got shot down. But but I mean, you guys taught us a lot in that little, in
Yeah.
that little space, in that little time frame we had, and
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I'm kind of glad we're still in this one. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got a good spot over
You
there.
do.
It's
I
fitting
just-
you guys well.
Yeah, I just if I had that long illustrious MLB career, I could be. No.
I love it. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But so you guys got the perfect family going up now. Except you would
Yeah.
rather have a boy first, right?
You know what? I was surprising a lot of people by saying, what, I'm actually kind of excited to have a girl because I've been around, my dad and
Oh,
my two brothers my
yeah.
entire
Poor
life.
Monica.
So yeah, my mom's
Yes.
been surrounded.
Oh, she's loving this.
When
Oh,
when
yeah.
we found out we're having a girl, man, it was nuts.
How
Like,
early did you guys find out?
We did
found
20
out
weeks, just
20
the
weeks.
Oh, okay,
normal.
normal.
Yeah.
You didn't want the 4D 360
No,
degree.
see, that would be my luck. Is like
You can
I'm
tell
like
so quick
something's
now.
gonna change between now and 20 weeks, and then I'll buy
Yeah.
all this stuff. Yeah, no, just wait.
Yeah, we found out and it was a big deal, and I was like, you know what, we can do this.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
How'd you guys do it? Like, did you guys do some big reveal? Did you have like a dollhouse and like hit it, and then a color came out?
Stupid COVID. It was so
Oh,
literally.
yeah.
He was able to go to all my appointments
Yeah.
with me,
Nice.
and then it was April Fool's Day, which I'm like, great. They'll tell me the wrong sex of the baby because it's April
Throw a
Fool's
little
Day.
joke on us.
But the day before, I got a call saying, hey, one person in your house can come into your appointment with you. Perfect. Husband, he'll go with me.
Yeah.
Then I got a call that morning saying that there was no guests allowed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no.
Wow.
Like, we were just going to find out together at the ultrasound and then just
Yeah.
tell people. We're not, like, super, like, into parties and things like that. But I went into the appointment, and I remember tearing up because the lady was like, you can FaceTime and, like, show it to your husband. I was like, that's not the same.
Yeah, I was
so,
like,
you can FaceTime.
No.
Yeah.
I remember I literally teared up, and I was like, that's not fair. Like, this is, like, our first kid, and, like, I want to do
Yeah.
that. So she let me sneak a video of the ultrasound. It wasn't of the sex of the
If
baby.
you watch
it was
this full disclosure, you cannot get fired.
but it was just like, it was her hiccuping, which I was like, that's kind of cool. We got to see that too.
Yeah.
But then she just printed off a picture of the ultrasound and put the gender, and then we opened it up in the car together. And I was fully convinced it was a boy. I had
Really?
told myself it was because
Oh, yeah.
I've been around girls my whole life. He's all boy.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, it'll be a boy.
We thought for
Convinced
sure,
myself, and he opened up and goes, girl, knew it. I was
I
like,
had this gut feeling.
I was
man.
like,
Yeah.
shut up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the one that's carrying this baby, and I think it's a boy.
Yeah. I was
It
like, it's
took
a
me-
girl,
yeah.
Abby. It's just, we've had too many boys in my
I
life.
know.
And you guys, I guess you just can keep the streak going.
Because
huh?
it was
Yeah.
just you, Allison, and
And
Caitlin-
Katie.
and Katie. Katie.
And Katie, yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
That's crazy.
It's exciting
Exciting.
now.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how
Nuts.
he does good. We have a niece who's 8, and he does so good with her already. So I'm excited to
Yeah.
have like our own. He'll
It'll be
so-
cool.
he'll
And
Yeah.
it is
soften
different.
her.
It is different
Yeah.
though.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I literally thought babies were annoying until I had my own. Like
they're
someone
so
shut
cute.
that baby up.
Right. Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
And then now, ever since my child was born,
Oh.
every time I hear a baby cry, I'm like, oh my gosh,
You need help.
I can't do anything about that baby because I've been looked at as a creep. But
just kind of melts you.
Yeah,
It
like
changes
it's-
your whole being, I feel like.
especially when they cry like they're like dying.
Yeah.
And-
oh,
And like
man.
they can't talk, and you're like, I want to help you,
Yeah.
but I don't know what you want.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I've held Purse up like I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Oh, seriously. Yeah. Yeah.
but-
I'm excited, man.
So
It's,
the best thing you could probably do is, if you want to sleep, just make sure that she breastfeeds.
Yeah,
Are we
that's
allowed
what
to
I've
talk
heard.
about that
For
on the
sure.
air. No, I'm just Well, actually, we did say. What was I talking about? I talked about mastitis before. You don't want that. Do you know what that is?
No.
Hopefully, you never know. It's the.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
the.
know if I want
Yeah, I was
that.
watching Krista go through it, and it's not. It's like a.
Can we talk about
You
this?
get a clogged duct up here.
Oh, I've heard
okay.
about
And then
this.
you have like the serious fever.
Yeah.
It's like the
It's
worst.
bad.
I feel like I have heard of that now. I
It's-
think
Yeah.
you told me about
Yeah.
that.
I didn't know the scientific name
Yeah,
of
I
it.
saw
but I've
Krista
heard-
with it, and I was like, whoa.
That's not good. Yeah.
I was like, I have never seen her like
Wow.
that. Because you
Yeah.
know how us guys get when we get sick. We're like, oh, God, I'm tired.
Right.
And, you know,
Yeah.
women handle a lot better, but
Oh,
we're supposed
yeah.
to be tougher.
Right.
But, wait, I got some notifications. Did I get some things on here? Oh, my gosh. But we might go to those if people come up with some questions for you guys. But
Sure.
I still got some more.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so we talked about the social media and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
you said you use, like, when you go to Instagram, because I know I see some of your listings now.
Oh, yeah.
And I look and I'm like, oh, look at that house. And then you scroll down, you look at the price, you're like, oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Price is like, okay.
Yeah, just joking. But I mean, that's like you guys made
Sure.
the point that that's exactly what's happening these days.
Yeah.
You have to be on that type of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But it's just convenient for everybody. No one
Yeah.
wants to. I mean, I still have Realtor or is it Realtor?
Yeah, Realtor and
Realtor.com.
Realtor and
Yeah,
Zillow both on
yeah.
my phone.
Sure.
Just because we constantly like looking, but
HGTV, man, we're always looking. You never know, because I feel like that's just transformed America
Yeah.
completely.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
always, no matter what, we're always like,
Oh,
this house
yeah.
is so nice. Yeah, if you say shiplap, Joanna gets like a $5 kickback
Yeah,
every time.
for sure.
So it's nuts, man.
it is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we did talk about the kid. Have you guys like painted the room and
Oh,
done
it's
everything?
ready.
Oh.
It's ready.
Well,
It's-
yeah, the
Did
room's
you guys
been
do it
painted.
yourselves?
We did a lot of the work ourselves.
Yeah,
we had some
painted.
family and friends come in. We had some metal art put up on the wall, which is cool. I had a buddy help me out with that, and
Okay.
did a shiplap wall. So we're
Okay.
getting
Did you go to
fancy.
Metal Masters to get that stuff done?
No.
I just was in there and I didn't know that they did custom stuff. I saw the freaking elliptical in there.
Oh, wow.
They're like, yeah, we're putting pedals back on this thing. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
We
but-
just did a buddy of mine has a CNC machine in his basement, and he's like, yeah, I can cut some letters out for you. I'm like, let's do it. So yeah, he put up
Nice.
some letter art on our wall for us, and it's really cool. It's just a little different because, you know, we're special. We got to be different. So
Well, I mean, do you guys have a name and stuff?
Yes.
yes.
Are you willing to share?
Sure, it's on Facebook.
Oh, is
yeah.
it going to be Persetta? No.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I love it,
Second
dude.
option.
Yeah, that was up there. Yeah, that's fun.
Was it?
Ava Ray.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, it's
Ava,
sad.
so I have two Avas in my family.
Okay.
On Krista's side,
Wow.
her niece is Ava, and then on my side, my niece is Ava.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
the name. Man.
Yeah.
We contemplated a couple weeks on names, and
Really?
we finally were like Ava. That's perfect.
That's it.
So he did the first, and I did the middle.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
And then he
So,
got the last name, of course.
Come on.
Well, I mean,
a
you
brand.
are the better half. You should have
I
just
know.
allowed
That's
me to
right.
get
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Caleb was like anything. No.
Yeah. I was like, Abby Breyer, Bashfell, please.
no.
I love it.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot. Well, I mean, now that you guys are real successful, we talked about that. Are you worried about work-life balance later or not really? I mean, you guys are a great team already. You guys
Yeah.
will figure it out, right?
That's funny you asked that because I've been asked that question several times.
So
the last few
many
months.
times.
Really?
It's funny because it's truth though, because a baby coming into your life is just such a big task to take on, which
They're
we're
not that
more than
bad.
willing-
Just let them sit in bed. They'll be all right.
there you go. Exactly.
Change themselves. It'll be fun.
And that's where I'm at. I'm just like, you know what, man? Work comes second to family.
Yeah.
And as much as I love to help people sell houses and buy houses, we're still going to be there just as much as we were before the baby. But that's going to be our number one priority. So
Nice.
if we have to, push appointments back a couple hours and,
People understand.
Yeah.
Especially here.
Exactly. So, but to take that on, I'm going to be out a lot more than Abby compared to if you've seen us privately or before, you might not be seeing Abby as much, but she'll still be out and about a little bit. So,
I'll be behind the
Yeah.
scenes more, but
yeah,
That's
but
okay.
she'll still be busy.
So you're gonna groom Ava to be a real estate agent?
I don't want to push anything like that on
That's what
children.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm not
and
like
sell,
Percy.
baby.
You have to play baseball.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
Falcon Cell Legacy, dude.
Yeah, he's over here like
Is that what
she
the metal
will
art
be.
is?
Oh, yeah.
Falcon
That's
Cell in
right.
her room.
It's got the Falcon Cell right underneath it, man. So
No, it
no,
doesn't.
it's just got her name, and trust me, I thought about it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but hey, man, gotta keep
I
selling
feel
the dream.
so weird, man. Josh ain't got a mic, man. Rest in peace, Josh's mic. It's over here.
Oh, I took your mic. I'm so sorry.
Oh man. Now, like, so I appreciate, and I know you guys. They probably got some houses to sell, so we're gonna be getting close to wrapping it up. But I do have some other ones.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure because you do sell in Tuscarawas County.
Yes.
Now, how far out do you reach? Do you go Guernsey, Coshocton,
Yes.
Stark?
Yep.
We say Tuscarawas County and surrounding counties, so any county that touches Tusk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we try to keep it within an hour of
Yep.
Dover, New Philly, just to make sure we're doing justice to the client. Because if we go too far out, then we're like, I don't know house values exactly out there. I can direct you to someone who can.
We can refer you.
Yeah, we'll refer you.
It's called market familiarity, and if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to serve the client as well. Because if I go see 3 houses and I don't know the values of the similar homes in that area, it's like buying a car and you don't even have the KBB value on it. It's sketchy. You know, you got to be careful. But anywhere within an hour, we're very knowledgeable on values and resale values. And I've gone all the way up to Cleveland. I don't like doing that. I don't recommend that. But I've done it, man. Just like you said, you drive far for your client, man, back and forth.
Yes.
If you got a client that wants you to, you know, work with them, man, if you're not a good salesman, in my opinion, you're gonna answer that call and you're gonna go. So that's where I stand on that. But
you guys always gonna stay residential, no commercial?
Commercial, I've dabbled in a little bit. It's it's not something that I'm against by any means. It's just residential's got a special place there, man, because it's just helping people buy and sell the dream of living in a home and that they own. It's pretty incredible. Now, if commercial came along a little more, I'm never going to say no. I'll never say no to more business, but residential is kind of our bread and butter, and I think we thrive in that. So
now, obviously, once you know everything settles back down after Ava's, you know, doing her own thing, and, you guys are back to a somewhat normal. Do you guys see yourself expanding, or is it always just going to be Caleb and Abby? Or are you able to expand with your?
Yeah, we have 2 team members we hired back in March.
Oh, okay.
And so we actually have a team of, if you count myself, four agents now.
Oh, okay, nice.
And we're continuing to expand. After the baby's here, we're planning on actually expanding another agent, maybe 2.
Nice.
So we want to continue to build the Fell team and really just build the brand, because we want people to know, you know, if they need to come to an expert real estate agent group, they can come to us any time of the year, and we're going to be on top of it. Whether they're buying, selling, renting, we're going to be on top of that. So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
They're going to get the best service in the county, in my opinion. So
hey, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear, man. So I mean, I'm glad to have you guys on here. I'm glad Abby made it.
Yes.
And man, like you guys. It kind of caught me off guard just because, you know, I didn't see you for the longest, and I was older than you. Yeah. And, you know, I'm gone playing baseball. Then I come back and
different phases.
Yeah. I'm like, dang, look at Caleb out here. Working hard, doing his thing.
Love it, man.
But that's good, man. You guys are, I think it's a good story for a lot of people your age.
Yes.
And even around my age and younger.
Yeah.
That, you know, if you work hard, and you know strategically how to do things, or you can learn. I mean, it's not like you can't. You said when you first, what would have been, like if you say you sold the house that I just bought, in 2016, that would have been your first sale.
That would have been, technically, I would have purchased that one through a different agent, so it wouldn't have been a sale of mine. But
I'm saying if you sold it to me, though.
Oh yes,
if you sold it to me, okay,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because he got licensed. Literally, like, right when you guys bought that
April
house.
of 2016. So
wow,
yeah.
4 years and a couple months now. What is that? 3 months? Yeah. So it's kind of like that.
What do you think fast tracked you to just have the confidence and just boom? Was it just getting out there and doing it?
I think it's believing in myself, because I remember vividly saying, man, you know, I see those numbers, because I'd be in front of some other agents that would have, you know, the top 5 agents in front of them, and they'd say, wow, can't believe that agent did this year. And I would say, man, you know, I really want to be there within a couple years. And I remember a couple agents actually looking at me and actually, you know, scuffing at me a little bit and saying,
slow down, man.
That's not realistic, Caleb. Don't do that, Caleb. You know, that's not something you can actually do, Caleb. Nice. And I said, man, you know, just to myself, because, you know, cocky young guy, I'm like, yeah, it will be. And if you don't believe in yourself and you don't have that confidence, why even sell real estate, in my opinion? If it's something where here's the thing, if you want to sell a couple homes a year, go for it. But if you want to come out here and dominate the market and serve people, you got to have that confidence level.
True.
And say, hey,
the customers and clients are going to notice.
They look at you.
Oh, Caleb doesn't know. He's not really sure of himself.
Yes. It's very competitive, because there's hundreds of agents in the county. And if I'm looking at you, Percy, as my, you know, printer salesman, and then I have 3 other printer salesmen that have called me, I want to go with the most confident one that I know is going to serve me well. And that's something you got to really wear on your chest. So
and lots of Jesus. Lots of prayers.
Oh,
100%.
yes. We give God all the glory too.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, I know for a fact that we're doing what we're doing because it's all God led. And from day one, I've said, God, this is in your hands.
Yeah.
And we're just riding it out as we go. And I think having the baby and just everything that God's got us doing right now in our business is, sometimes
more than we ever could have imagined, honestly.
Tenfold.
Yeah.
And sometimes we got to let God just kind of say, hey, hit the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember me.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes
everybody.
down.
That's it. Yeah. It's a balance that it's rough sometimes.
Yes.
But, as long as I found myself praying last night, like God, like I feel like I've been hanging. Like I always like to compare it, like like you're in Abby's relationship.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to love God.
Sure.
Just like, well, actually more than you love Abby.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But for the analogy's sake, we'll say it like this. Now, if you didn't talk to Abby at all for like 3 days, what's going to happen?
Be tough, man.
For real, yeah.
It's a good way to look at it.
That's how I feel. Like if I don't like pray to him or just kind of just sit and like just be with him, I'm just like, man, like, and I just apologize. And but the worst thing you can do is feel terrible and guilty and think I messed up, I'm terrible.
Yeah.
Because then that's the other guy winning. And
God.
I feel like he's Voldemort. No.
Yeah. Oh man.
The other guy.
Yeah.
Man, that should not be spoken. But what'd you say?
That was racist. Cut that part. I'm gonna get, dude.
No,
I'm gonna get lawsuits now. I was kidding. Like they were talking about before. We don't want any lawsuits on this podcast. Come on.
Yeah, for sure. But no, you're
Percy's
good. You're
face.
good.
What was that?
I know. I just had to do it.
Come on, man. Come on.
No, you're good. But no, I know you guys gotta get and show some houses to some lovely people. So I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys coming on. And, hopefully there's another opportunity to have you guys back later down the road.
Absolutely.
And congratulations on the baby.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
And you guys should feel great that you made it on my show.
Oh, 100%.
Best thing we've done all year. Come on.
We made it within the top 10. That's all that matters.
Hey, come on, man. Yeah, number 9 today, right?
Yes,
Number
yes.
9.
First woman. That's all that matters.
Yes,
I made
breaking
it.
barriers.
You
Let's
didn't make
go.
it. I made it.
Taylor, you're just some average
I'm
dude
just
that's already been out here
I'm just the
before.
guy on the show. This is the highlight. So,
But I appreciate you guys, and man.
Yeah.
I'll pray for you guys' continued success.
Thank
and,
you. Same to you. And this podcast too.
Yes.
I'm sure it's going to keep growing.
Yeah,
so.
thank you. And the health of the baby, of course.
Yes.
Because we went through some stuff, and it's not, especially for your first baby, it's not.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But you'll realize if you guys have another baby that, that one you kind of just throw down the stairs.
Right, yeah.
What baby?
Good.
Exactly.
But
Thanks for having us.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I try to have people that I think can, have an impact on somebody.
Absolutely.
Want to hear their story, and I like sharing, so I want to get people who like sharing on here as well. So.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Hey, we love it, man. We appreciate it. So.
Well, God has blessed you. Hope He continues to bless you. And I guess my outros are terrible, but thank you guys for all listening. If you guys want to reach, I'll have in the description. I'll have all their social media. Well, not Abby's Facebook because it's private.
It's too private. Come to me for that stuff.
But we'll have all their socials in the description. And tune in. Every Tuesday we'll upload a podcast on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Apple's the one dominating because everybody has an iPhone.
Right.
But everywhere. Josh does a great job. I always say this, because I feel bad, because he's terrible. No, I'm joking. But Josh does a great job producing and helping me, and he's the one to nudge me to kind of start this. So I always want to thank him every episode. And
absolutely.
Hopefully we have you guys back. And,
yes.
we made good time.
Yeah, we did good.
Yeah, love it.
But thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Percy.
It feels like Casablanca. Shawty, you my little mama. I got a crib by the water. Say me Casa Su Casa. It feels like Casablanca. Shawty, you my little mama.